a lot of people have this array of talents and skills, and it's about trying to recombine them in a slightly different way. Because I think the world is changing, and the skills that you had, which served the world maybe 5 years ago or even 2 years ago, may not be quite as relevant now. So sometimes it's about repackaging, reskilling, and it doesn't have to be a complete change, but just showing the world what abilities you do have. Also, I think if you do have the ability to learn and adapt, it's very powerful.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to say it. And with the way that things are changing and everything changing so fast and feeling like things are coming at us externally left and right, it's easy to forget sometimes that we have all these pieces right here and we just need to put them together in a way that holds and can hold everything that's coming at us externally. So absolutely, it's one way of dealing with all of this change that we're all in the midst of.
One thing that struck me as well is that sometimes you come across some really good people, incredibly smart and really talented, but because they can't present themselves in a particular way, or their personal brand isn't great, people just don't realize that. And they probably are not living the lives that they could be living or should be living. And part of the reason why I like doing this podcast is trying to hopefully inspire people to look at their talents, look at their skills. And it's about reframing it and almost taking these bits of talent together and reshaping it and producing something which is not completely different, but actually shows their skills and talents, almost like a piece of art or a piece of music.
I think that's an amazing mission, Harsha. And I probably wouldn't be here if I wasn't in support of that mission. I love what you're doing with the podcast and with everybody that you're trying to help with this, because what I find is too often people will spend time in an area where maybe people didn't see that the bowl could be put together in such a way. And so they start to sort of internalize that over time and think, well, what if it's me? When really it's just getting this exposure to different environments, or realizing that there are different people out there with different needs that can better use those skills and capabilities. But you really have to look at what those are and really own them and really shine light on all those pieces and parts in a different way to figure out how they might fit with what somebody else needs before you can go out and match them with what someone else might be looking for and what someone else might value a little more than whatever situation is that you're coming from.
Yeah, and I always think it's almost like a puzzle or a problem which you're trying to solve. And clearly, if it was straightforward, everybody would be able to do it. But I think there's always hope that if you try and reconstitute things in a slightly different way, then you'll find your tribe or find your people and be able to connect with them.